Hello everyone, Eric the Racket Scientist here. I'm here at the 2025 Husky Open, which is the local tournament hosted by the University of Washington every year. So I came to the University of Washington for college back in 2013, and I have a long and storied history with Husky Open since the first time I played it in 2014. There were some years where I was an officer of the club and even helped run the tournament myself. This year marks the first time in 10 years that I am actually not competing in this tournament. I have not missed a single Husky Open for the past 10 years until now because of my injury. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and talk to some interesting people. I'm going to talk to people about their rackets. I'm going to ask them what racket they're using, what string and tension they're using, what skill level they are, and hopefully that content will be interesting to you, and we'll see how it goes. Here, help me test out. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jay.
What are you doing?
I'm photographing.
Court 1, please start your
Wow!
Hi. I'm more interested in this. Oh yeah, NanoRay 800 with a chip.
No, menu chips, bro. I got a bag of chips in here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, what is this?
What do we got on the other side?
That's risky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn, you got one for each hand of the clock.
Yo, deadass! It is now time for a new racket.
Alright, so how's it going?
It's going. I mean, I feel like the usual thing I say at tournaments is it could always be better.
Yeah.
And it could, but it could also be worse. So I feel like
What were you playing today?
like events.
Yeah, well just what event, what brackets?
I was in BCD men's singles, and tomorrow we're gonna have the BCD men's doubles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what round did you make it to in singles?
Got to the round of 16, which is for you poker fans, one round below my EV. You're leaving that in, right?
I mean, are you satisfied with your result though?
Not really, honestly.
But you don't really play singles though, right?
I don't, but I'm slightly biased in terms of my expectations because I recently got to quarters of a tournament. And so I'm like, well, I can get to quarters of this tournament as well.
Right. Very, very impressive. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not, but
What do you generally consider like your skill level in terms of where you place in the brackets?
I would definitely say I'm like a solid B level player. I think it's like when you have a big community like we have in Seattle, I think it's hard to say like you're only B because B encompasses a wide range. So, but I would say I'm pretty like B. Like, you know, there are people who are, I would say, are B plus and people who are B minus, but I'm pretty solidly B, at least for singles.
Okay, so let's talk about your racket. What racket did you use today?
This is a NanoRay 800 straight out of 2018, and it was the last colorway to be produced. It was only made for 1 or 2 model years, and it's according to Yumo, made for Chinese New Year, and so I've accented it with a yellow grip.
String setup. What do you got here?
It's good old BG65, 26 pounds. I say if it's good enough for my coach, it's good enough for me. Yeah, this is actually not my main racket. It's mostly my like practice racket now. So my main is an Arcsaver 7. I have, oh shoot, I cracked one last week.
It's the Pro, right?
No,
it's a Tour. It's a Tour.
I had 2 tours and a Pro, and I just broke a Tour last week, so now I'm down to 1 of each. Yeah. So my main is now a 7 Tour. I think compared to this one, actually, I mean, the reason I use the Tour is because I'm honestly not good enough to tell the micro level differences between the feel of each. Like, they feel overall pretty balanced, and so that's good enough for me. I think the big thing between this one and that one is that the vibration dampening on the Arcsavers is a lot better. I find that it's a little easier to control my drops. I think I get a little bit better slice off of them, like all other things being equal, like string and tension wise. And so I set them all up with the same string and string tension, and I think that one gives me just a little bit more control, but this has been like all reliable for me, and I'd be loath to put it down. So I'm probably gonna play it until it breaks. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
Like, I already thought I ordered a bowl, and it wasn't a bowl, so.
It's pretty dry.
I think it's so dry for some reason.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. Yeah, broke my string. Took a shot I definitely shouldn't have taken like that.
Tell me about your racket choice.
I play with an Arcsaver 11 Pro. Tried one of my friends, felt really good. I liked how even balanced it was, slightly head heavy, and a little bit stiffer than my current racket.
Cool.
Felt just a bit more snappy to play with.
Yeah, sounds good. What string and tension?
X-Bolt 65, 27 by 28.
All right, so I'm here with
Dr. Chris Lee.
So what are we doing here at the 2025 Husky Open?
I have a little table here, a little booth, and I'm just providing some free physiotherapy for all the participants. Make sure that, not patients, but players are staying healthy and and performing at their best at the tournament.
So how many years have you been volunteering and performing, or like?
I've been around the badminton community for like a solid eight years or so, and I volunteered at various tournaments. Specifically at the Husky Open, this is probably my third time, I think. Yeah, and it's always a treat because everyone's so nice. The venue is nice, and the players are really motivated. It's a pretty prestigious tournament, so players are always like, putting their best in, which tends to lead to some injuries, I find.
Right. Yeah. And you would know about that because you used to compete in this series, right?
I did. Yeah. Not this year, but I did play back maybe, I would say pre-pandemic. So that's what, like 2019. Yeah. Won a couple rackets.
And what level were you competing at?
The open level. Yeah. I'd play like men's doubles and mixed doubles. Won that a couple times, and call it good.
What are some common things that players come to you for during the tournament?
During the tournament, usually it's for things like ankle sprains, shoulder pain, and knee pain. Yeah, typically they come to me because they've been having problems for a long time. They'll be like, oh yeah, my shoulder has been hurting for like 6 months, but the tournament is when it really matters the most.
Yeah.
So I usually just, I'm not trying to fix them, but I'm trying to provide a little bit of relief, a little bit of support so that the injuries don't get worse. And just to let them know that like, hey, there's someone here who can help you out. I know the sport really well. I know the movements, and I'm kind of your best shot at getting better quickly and keep you on the court.
If you were to take some of these people as like, long-term patients, if it's like your personal practice, like how would you treat that a little differently?
I would definitely still provide kind of that temporary relief because that does help with the long-term recovery. But it's a lot of education. It's a lot of education teaching them how to not aggravate their injuries, right? If they are going to continue playing 2-3 times a week, what are some modifications that we can make so that as to not worsen the injury, right? Because my goal is to never keep anyone off the court. I think it's actually better to at least maintain some sort of physical activity while you're rehabbing your current injury.
General advice for amateur level badminton players of how they can like improve their lifestyle or like in general avoid injury.
I mean, in general, you want to make sure you're strong enough. So even if your form is not perfect, I think a lot of people stress about like perfect technique, perfect form, perfect footwork. It's okay, right? But if your body is strong enough to handle the stresses, then you'll avoid injury, right? So just stay active, go to the gym, general body workout, right? Get every major muscle group. Be strong enough to handle the stresses of not perfect technique, and you'll remain injury-free, right?
All right.
And then, of course, if you want to invest in like more training to, improve your form and technique, then that's always good too.
How come you're not playing singles?
Hey man, I'm playing too many. I don't want to be playing too many tournaments this year, so it's kind of
Getting old?
No, it's just expensive. I'm so young. I don't know.
Wait, how old are you? I forgot.
I'm 21.
Wait, what the heck? Really?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Oh, okay.
21.
I thought you were in your mid-20s, bro.
Hey yo, what the heck?
I know you don't have your stuff with you. What rackets do you use currently for a tournament?
I use the 3rd gen 88D Pro.
Nice.
I also use the Astrox 100ZZ and
4U G5 for both?
both 4G. Yeah, 4G. Wait, sorry, 5G. 5G 4U. 4U 5G. Oh my gosh. I was like,
It's early.
What am I saying?
Yeah,
It's not even early. I also use very backup the Tightseeing Falcon.
Oh yeah.
I think it was the original version, like the first one that came out.
What's your preferred string intention?
I like to use 27, 29, and I like to use BG80 or VBS 68. It's the same thing.
So what skill bracket level would you typically place yourself at?
Like high, meh.
It's okay. Just be honest. Don't
I would
sandbag.
say mid B to like low A.
All right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
close to low or mid A.
There you go. Hey, how's it going?
No. Why?
No, it's fine. We're just chatting. We're friends, right?
Yeah, okay.
What skill level would you say that you currently play at?
I would say mid to high D, I would suppose. I somehow ended up in C for singles today because drop light's kind of random. Sometimes you end up a lot higher than you expect. Sometimes you end up like way lower than you expect. So it's always like a mixed bag.
What rackets are you using?
So that's what this is about. I'm using the Victor Thruster F. I think is it the special edition? I can't quite remember.
Enhanced, right? The brown one?
The brown one, yeah, the brown and black one. So enhanced edition, yeah. And then
4U G5?
4U, yes. And then I'm using MBG 98 strings at 26 tension.
Are you still you're not an officer,
I'm
right?
not an officer.
Okay, you're just volunteering?
I'm just volunteering.
But you were an officer.
I was an officer.
What year were you an officer?
2022 to 2024. For 2 years, yeah.
And you used to help run Husky before, right?
Yes, I did.
How many years did you do that for?
2 years. Husky Open 2023 and Husky Open 2024.
Tell me a little bit about the club over the years since you joined.
I think it was like really inclusive. That's what I enjoyed about it. I was able to make a lot of friends and join like a whole community of people.
Nice. So what made you want to volunteer as an officer and participate more in the community?
To be honest, Daniel kind of pushed it onto me in a way. He was like, "Oh, you should sign up to be an officer. We need officers." I was like, "You know what? I want to help continue running, have the club running in the IMA. So yeah, I'll help out."
Obviously appreciate you taking your time to invest in the club over the years. Obviously I appreciate that because you know who I am.
You're an ex-president.
So what are you playing today?
I am playing BCD men's singles and BCD mixed doubles.
What would you say your general skill level is?
I would consider myself like a low C, high D level player, probably.
Let's talk rackets, okay? So what do you got for me today?
So I have 2 rackets that I mainly use, one for singles, one for doubles. For the singles racket, I use the Astrox 99 Pro, and for doubles, I use the NanoFlare 800 Pro.
What string setups do you have on these rackets?
Both of these have, I think, BG95, 27 pounds for string.
What do you feel like the playing conditions are like today? And
so it depends because there's 2 courts. So for the one that we usually play at, I think the court conditions are pretty good. But for the other court, I haven't played at the court, but from what my friends told me, it's very slippery and they have the vents on. So when you do a clear, you can see the birds start wobbling suddenly, which is very peculiar. I hope I don't need to play at the other court.
yeah, I went in there and I also heard that there's like music playing in there.
Exactly, it's very distracting sometimes.
Really great venue, really great time.
Yeah, so far so good actually. Because also today, I think my skills are they're on point, on set today. I've been here for 4 years, been at this tournament for 4 years. I think this year is probably my strongest year, I was considered, which is pretty nice.
Or who at least look like form-wise like Bob level. What are you guys doing? Like one of you guys is going to D. How
Yep. Are you not playing this year?
Nope, not this year. Got my broken finger.
Oh man.
Yep, that's right. So what are you guys playing this tournament?
Playing singles and mixed.
B?
I'm playing open singles and BCD doubles.
What would you consider your skill levels to be?
Like a C. Yeah.
Yeah, me too actually. C level racket skills.
Dude, you're playing open single.
I think my racket skills are much lower than my movement, I think, at the present moment.
Okay, well, I mean, that factors in, though. Okay, so let's try this again. What skill level?
Oh, you mean like the whole thing? You don't mean just like...
No. Just mean like what do you compete in?
I would say like B.
Yeah, like how's the court out there today? How are the conditions feeling like?
Dude, they're pretty ass. Dude, what the gym on this side's fine, but then that side, the air conditioning is on. So you have if you hit it where the vent is, the bird literally just hovers there and just falls straight down.
So let's talk about the important part, rackets. So what did you guys play with today?
I played with the Redson Shape 01 MG.
What weight and grip size?
3U, and I have no clue what the...
I'm pretty sure that's a G5. If it's the one I sold you, it's G5.
3U, right?
Yeah, 3U G5.
Oh.
You sold it to him?
Yeah, I did. He likes that racket, right?
Dude, it feels good. It sounds good. It quite literally says it sounds good on the racket.
What do you string?
Aerobite, 25 pounds.
What about you? What racket are you using today?
I just play like 99 Pro White Tiger 3U. G5 grip preferably, but I have like one with G4 for whatever reason.
That's so cursed.
Yeah. And Expo 68, 30 pounds.
Yeah. What's wrong with your hand today?
Bro, I keep bleeding from my fingers. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like,
Show the camera your grip.
this is a new grip. Like, I gripped it yesterday.
Look at this shit.
Dude, this guy.
Look at
Show. Dude, what?
By the way, this is my left hand, and this is my right.
Why is your left hand also busted?
Something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with me.
Death grip. Well, fucking.
All right, which events are you guys playing this tournament?
Well, I'm down into D mixed now.
Yeah, same here. Mixed doubles and D flight.
Okay. Are you guys playing doubles tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm not, but I'll be here to support.
What would you consider your skill level in terms of the brackets in relation to the brackets?
Definitely around C or D.
Yeah. I think the competition is diverse and competitive. So I think the draw, depends on the draw, it could end up anywhere. So
let's talk about rackets, because this is...
David Pernomo, Catherine Zuo.
Hello, I'm talking here. That was a little rude.
Joseph B.
Okay, so, yeah, this is racket science. So, tell me about what you're using today.
I'm using the Aura Spade 100X. 3U G5.
Okay, and strings?
Strings, why they are BG65 titanium.
Tension?
Tension 2728.
Okay, cool. And what about you?
I got the Yonex Axtrox 88D Pro 4U G5 US coded. String is BG80 2729.
Do you guys use any other rackets aside from the ones that you were playing with today?
Yes, I also use the 100ZZ, also in 3U. And then I have 88D Pros, the gold camel ones as well.
What about you? Oh, okay.
I also have the original blue Axtrox 77. Usually I also use BG80, but I happen to have Aerobite this time, just to experiment it.
Which events are you playing in this tournament?
I'm playing mixed doubles and
David Zhu, Arissa Lee.
mixed doubles and women's doubles BCD.
What do we have here?
I have my 3 one-piece rackets. I have Enma, which is the TK. I have Waro Ichimonji, which is the Aura Speed. And then I have Sandai Katetsu, which is the Drive.
When do you choose which racket to use?
Sandai Katetsu is even balanced, so I like to use that for mixed doubles. Occasionally, I will switch between that and Waro Ichimonji. And then singles, TK, head heavy.
You play singles?
For funsies.
What do you string your rackets with?
These two are the Hello Kitty strings, which is I think it was like VBS 68. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah. All that matters is that it's cute, right?
yeah, they're adorable. It's pink and blue. It's a gradient.
And so what's this one then?
Oh, this one. This one's a Care Bear one. All of them are at 27 pounds.
And I can see you've got some cute grip covers too.
I have my cat one's over there. I have a dog one, and then I have a penguin toast, and then I have a cat one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Just toast, huh? Looks very tasty.
David Pernomo, Catherine Zuo, your clipboard.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was hungry.
No, it's all good. Here, you can bite this one too then.
I'll take a bite too. So what events are you playing today at Husky Open?
Playing BCD mix and doubles.
Show the camera how the nice, cute pink. Oh yeah, love that.
Pink,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Is that your favorite color?
I love pink.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's nothing to tell about my racket. It's just 5U. I like light rackets, and I got a bunch of them because it's $69.
Can't argue with that.
Exactly.
All right, that's so high carbon 1200 from Li Ning. What strings are you using? What string setup?
I'm using BG65 Ti. 31 pounds or 30 and 32.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty high tension. Are you using, okay, I have to ask this. Are you using BG65 Ti just for the color, or do you actually like the string?
Yes, just for the color.
Like, where do you sit on the bracket levels?
I think I'm like a B player for the most part.
Yeah, B plus, maybe B plus here in Washington.
Yeah, and then singles probably C.
So what events are you playing at Husky Open this year?
I'm doing BCD mix and open women's doubles.
What would you generally rate your skill level at in relation to the brackets?
I typically play open, but yeah.
How did that go? How are the conditions, do you feel?
Conditions, it was a little like you have to get used to, like where the bird is in terms of the lighting.
Yeah.
I usually play at Harbor Point, so it's a little bit different than that, but yeah, it is what it is.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your rackets that you're holding? So what model and specs?
Yeah, one is the Astrox 88D Pro 3rd Gen. I actually just got this one, so I'm kind of still getting used to it. And the other one I have is an OG Voltric 70 E-Tune from like 2010.
What do you string at typically?
I do 28 pounds at Yonex Nano G98.
What are you giggling about, huh? Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm really tired.
So for starters, what events are you playing this Husky Open?
I'm playing singles, mixed, and doubles.
So all three?
Yeah, all three.
And what level are you playing?
I'm playing open.
I'm only asking you this because I've asked everyone else. Generally, what skill level would you consider yourself?
What do you mean?
It's okay. He's A level. Okay, he's an A level player.
Okay.
Actually, he's definitely towards the higher end of the spectrum. You've played some challengers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's pretty good. Anyways, what did you think of the conditions today?
They were tough. I think the bird was very slow, and the courts it's kind of hard to see in this gym.
How did the conditions alter your strategies, your tactics in the matches that you played?
Interesting question. The bird speed definitely made a big difference. Also the walls, because it's tough for everyone to see the bird. So you can get away with a lot of lifts because they won't go out the back.
Yeah.
And then the rallies last much longer. So you have to be patient here. And then it's tough to kind of force an attack because the bird's so slow. It's kind of hard to find angles. Yeah. It's definitely not my style, the slow kind of rally. It's tough to say. I think
Everyone's interested now. See, everyone's interested now that you're being interviewed, right? No one gave a shit when I was interviewing other people. Do you guys want to be in the video too later?
Yeah. Join this.
All right. Just wait there. Just wait on the side. No, it's okay. You can be in the background if you want. Do you want to be in the video too later?
No.
Are you sure? Can you tell me what racket you're using?
Astrox 100 ZZ.
Okay. And for you G5?
For you G5. Yeah.
Okay. And the string and tension?
BG80, and then tension probably around 29, but it's kind of an estimate.
Right. That's because you were saying your machine.
Yeah. I string my own rackets, but our machine is like a hand crank, like a manual spring loaded, so inaccurate.
Do you have any tips for amateur players who are competing a lot or want to get into competing or wanting to get better or just anything, any nuggets of wisdom?
I don't know, man. I think I'm an amateur over here. It just be consistent.
There you go. Be consistent. Just get good. You guys suck. Do you want to come stand next to him as well? Go get some dinner. Yeah, so now I'm third wheeling, so this is a little awkward now. He's my type.
What was the first words you ever spoke to me? Really? Is that what I said?
Yeah,
He's my
you said Jacob's my type.
Kyle. Whoa. No.
What did you think when I said that?
No comment.
Fit. Oh, my fit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's growing pretty long. I was gonna like perm it. I'm trying to grow at the back.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are.
Oh. Sup.
I'm Eric.
I'm Maury.
And this is
Shuttle Couch.
Welcome. You guys love that shit, don't you? Okay.
There's no couch here. Welcome.
We're here at the 2025 Husky Open. You're competing, I'm not.
Yep. I got 1 dub today, 1 L. So now I'm in C.
Okay, so what events are you playing?
I'm playing BCD mixed doubles and BCD men's doubles.
Okay. What would you say your level is in relation to the, bracket skill?
B, I think, is pretty stacked this year. So I think if I can get like top 4 in C, that's like a pretty good result. But I would say I'm like very firmly between B and C.
How did you feel about the conditions today?
I don't know if you guys can see that little number over there. So is the most dog shit court available.
Oh yeah, the one near the entrance?
Yeah, so it's like right next to a door. So one side has a massive drift and the other side just kind of sucks. And it's kind of hard to see and there's just like a lot of drift. So yeah, kind of ass, but I mean, everybody's playing on those courts, so you kind of just got to like deal with it because your opponents are also playing on the same court, but that was tough. I played both my matches on that court, which is kind of strange to get like placed on the same court twice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, where are your rackets? You didn't bring your rackets. Go get your rackets. No, that's not your racket. Well, you can be on the video next. Okay, just stay here. All right. That's the most important part, dude. What's the name of the channel?
Today I was like, I'm probably gonna sweat like a dog, so I put towel grip. I'm glad I did because I was sweaty. Currently rocking a weird pair, 88D Pro, 77 Pro Aerobite Boost.
What tension?
26, 27, 10% pre-stretch.
Yeah, and that's Aerobite Boost, right?
Aerobite Boost.
Good job today. Good luck on your match tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be able to play again soon. And we still need to play a damn tournament together.
Yeah.
Once I'm better.
It's just like a tornado of shit for you. Just like finger catches the flu, bruises his ribs, everything, man.
I'm just making this shit up so I don't have to play with you.
Facts. I would also.
I'm just kidding.
I would also avoid playing with me at all costs.
Okay, cool. All right, now go away. 喂，你好。
你好，我叫 Gasper。
你今天怎么样？
我今天还好。Lost a few games. Yeah, missed a few shots. Pretty good in general.
我听不懂英文。
Oh.
What events are you playing this Husky Open?
Right, so I'm playing mixed doubles and men's doubles.
The ABCD skill bracket, where do you feel that you sit on that scale?
Right, I think for the past few years I was playing a little more, so maybe at like C-ish, but now I kind of dropped to D. But I mean, I kind of try to play a little more this year, and maybe it'll just go up from there.
How did you feel about the conditions in the gym today?
Right. There's definitely like I guess like drift from side to side. Also, like this gym's a little harder than the one on the other side. So I guess the shuttle in general is like a little faster. Yeah, a little hard for me to hit at the sweet spot from time to time. But and also like the court is a little slippery. But I guess it's the same for everyone.
Well, at least they turned off the music.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, we normally play without music, so like kind of abnormal.
Tell me, what do you bring with you today?
Okay, yeah. So my main racket is over here. It's HelperTech 9000 from Linen, and then have a spare racket, which is the Astrox 77 Pro from Yonex. And
makes sense. Both for you G5?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. And what string are you using on your rackets?
Right, I try to use the Aerobite, classic Aerobite string, and 28 pounds. Yeah, I just feel like it has this good like punch feeling, whereas it still have the control sort of elements in it. So kind of matching with the string pretty well.
Gasper and I played together in this tournament once. Was it 3 years ago?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We had a good time. That was like right after COVID, so both of us are pretty rusty.
Yeah, both of us were pretty bad. yeah. And this shirt, do you want to show them this shirt? Spin around.
Yeah. So, this is like a Christmas gift from Eric. Really love it. I've been wearing this every single tournament ever since.
Yeah. I'm mad because he looks way more handsome in it than I do.
That's not true. But
Happy Chinese New Year. Good luck.
yeah. Thank you, man. All red.
Lucky shirt. It's okay because even if you lose, then you'll have good fortune in the future. Whereas your opponents did not wear red, so they will not have good fortune in the future.
That's true. Just gonna stack the fortune up and until like one day, I hit the sweet spot and.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Tell me about your jacket.
I got it at PacSun on sale. I think it's about $100. It says F1 on the back. It's pretty nice. Pretty happy with it.
Yeah, very, very badminton coated.
You think so? What makes it badminton coated? Do you think it's because it's fast? Because it's Formula One? Speed? Racer?
Is this your Myers-Briggs INT?
It's pretty close actually. I think I'm an INTJ, so.
Okay. Oh yeah. So just a misprint.
Yeah, misprint or International Love Pitbull. Dale 305.
Oh my god, dude. Cut that shit. You're not playing this weekend.
I'm not playing this weekend.
But you have played Husky many times before.
Many times. 4, 5, 6 times, I would say. Yeah.
That's a lot of times.
Did we ever play Husky together? No, I don't think so.
Really?
I think we maybe once. I think maybe only once though.
Okay, but if we did, it sucked ass.
Probably.
Almost certainly.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
It happened.
Just very much like ass sucking combo.
I love sucking ass. So that's what we do around here. All right,
Okay,
come make
so-
sure, hey, get in the frame.
Why aren't you playing this weekend?
Well, I'm really good at getting injured, so I have a wrist brace on, as we can see. I have a chronic toe injury, which I started getting PT for about a month ago. That's starting to improve, and I hurt my back deadlifting about 3 weeks ago. So I'm currently recovering from all that, but I'm hoping I can start competing again in about a month or two. So I will be back, but that's why.
What was your peak level? And what level do you consider yourself like if you were to go back to competing like after this?
I see. I would say my peak level was in the low open or A division, and I traveled around the U.S. playing open tournaments. But I generally never made it past the first round. So I was always trying to reach. So I would still consider myself kind of like a first round open player. If I return to playing in a month or two, I'm hoping that I can return or maybe even exceed my previous level.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. We're here to talk about your rackets, which you don't have.
I do not have
but,
them with me.
Can you explain what rackets are kind of in your bag?
I have one true love, which is the NanoSpeed 9900. I have been using that racket since I was maybe 15. I tried switching to the NanoRay 900. I didn't like it. I tried switching to the ArcSaber Z/. I didn't like it. I tried switching to the 88S Pro. I went back to the NanoSpeed. I tried using the ArcSaber 9 Pro. I went back to the NanoSpeed. So I'm still using my ancient NanoSpeed 9900s. And yeah, I have tried the 1000Z. I did like it. And then I have also tried the NanoFlare 700 Pro. And
We're not talking about that.
And I did like that too. So I'm hoping that if I'm lucky, one day I'll be able to switch off my beloved NanoSpeeds and hang them up on my wall to look pretty, because I also think they're one of the most, I think they're beautiful, and I really like the design as well.
String intention?
When I am competing, I usually string at 30, 31. But recently I string, I think 28, because right now I'm actually coaching. And I don't want to break my strings as often. And since I'm also rusty, since I haven't been playing, if I tried to string my racket at higher tension, I would just break them way too often because I'm not hitting the sweet spot that consistently. I was coaching before this, so I mean, I'm still I'm still around, but I got my bag in the car just in case. But
Hell yeah, it's always ready.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for interviewing.
In your lovely vehicle.
We don't need to. We're not going to talk about the.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about the shit box. Okay.
Okay. I enjoy you.
Hey, SMR.
Did you see him drool? This one? No, the Z slash. Actually, I think Jay has this one. So, but yeah, I've never tried these. Dude, this is wow.
It's indestructible.
That's crazy.
I've had this racket since 2010.
Yeah.
It's been with me to like a bunch of different countries, junior nationals, Pan Ams. It's never failed me, and I'm actually very attached to them. And I always joke about like I wish someone would break them so I could get new rackets.
Yeah, you told me
that.
that
At the same
one.
time, I'm secretly happy that they're indestructible and they'll probably be with me forever.
Have you thought about like switching to a new racket and just retiring these and just keeping them forever?
Is that what you do? Honestly, if they're not broken, I would probably retire and keep at least one of them, just for old time's sake. Like, not kidding. Like the time I spent cumulatively is probably more time than I've spent with any human. And then there's the Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
I just couldn't resist when it came out, and I got the racket because it was pretty and also it was headlight, and I wanted to try a headlight racket since these are head heavy. And so I actually prefer this one now for mixed, but I play with this one for singles and doubles.
Okay, but what do you string with?
Okay, when I want a racket to last longer, I use 65. So when I was coaching, I used BG 65. And then for tournaments, I prefer NBG 98, just for a better sound, crisper shots, and it breaks more easily, but I think I play way better with it. So.
What events are you playing this tournament?
I am playing all the open women's events, so singles, mixed, and doubles.
Wow, all three. That's very intense.
Well, there's not that much representation for women's in the open events, so I feel like I have to play as many as I can so that they have an event. Like the singles, there was only 5 girls, and then 2 dropped out, and there's only 3. And I got second, so it feels like a win just like to keep playing. Also, I'm 30. A lot of these like players are much younger, and like just being able to keep playing singles, even if I'm not winning all the time, it feels really good. Yeah, the best feeling is since I was a coach, like seeing students keep playing after they're done training and bring their friends and bring their girlfriends and boyfriends and then their husbands and wives, and then it like the cycle keeps going. That's the best compliment from a coach, is to see your students love badminton and keep playing.
As the skill level, you would say that you played A level, right?
I would say so. I think just having been a coach for many years, I used to play in the junior nationals. The fun fact was these were my sponsored rackets. Like I only had one sponsorship ever, and I've kept them ever since. So hopefully I will not have to pay for any rackets if these last forever.
How did you feel about the conditions?
I would say I'm lucky to play the open events because then you get to be in Gym B, which is a lot brighter. I feel like it's a little less dusty. The other gym over there is a little darker and dustier. And so I would say that's part of the fun challenge. Like it's kind of like tennis, right? There's clay, there's grass. Here it's like no one has an edge. Everyone's struggling with the bright lights, the bright walls. It's just like who can adjust faster, you know? It's like Nadal is the king of clay, you know? Like maybe I can master this venue, and you know, it's just part of the event. But to me, I think it's fun. Like in the beginning, everyone's adjusting, no one can see the birdie, and then whoever can start seeing the birdie or like adjust faster wins. So
You're definitely like a Seattle OG, right? You've been around the scene for very long. How many years would you say you've played Husky for?
my very first Husky Open was 2010, and I've only missed 2 or 3 of them. So I would be pretty sure I played at least 10 Husky Opens. And I was a Husky for undergrad and for med school. So like even when I was in med school in Spokane, I would drive back to play Husky. So I also played the one where we were in masks. I think that was 2021. I played here in high school. So high school, college, med school, now I'm in residency. I will keep going as long as I can.
That's very impressive. I think this is the first Husky Open that I've missed in 10 years. From what it sounds like, you're probably one of the few people, maybe even the only person who's been to more Huskies than I have.
Wow. That may be true. I'm sure I could stock tournament software. I just realized recently that tournament software, I've had the account since 2010. So like all my statistics, all my matches, everything is in there.
Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks for showing me your interesting rackets and telling me about your history. What events are we playing in this tournament?
BCD mixed and open women's doubles.
Yeah, I'm actually subbing for somebody, so I'm subbing in for open women's doubles.
Oh, wow, very impressive. Okay.
We're opponents.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should have done separate interviews. In general, what would you rate your skill level as?
B level player.
I think about the same.
What's your primary racket of choice for a competition?
My Astrox 100ZZ for, I guess, both mix and doubles, but then singles I changed to the 77 Astrox. Yeah.
And a 4U G5 for both?
For you, yes.
Okay. And what is your preferred string setup?
BG80 at 27.
Very nice. And you?
I switched over to the Astrox 77 Pro.
And what did you use before that?
Before I used the Voltrix 70 E-Tune. That one was a good one.
What's your string setup?
This one is MVG 98, and then at 26, 27, I think.
How many times have you guys played Husky in the past?
I've played since I was 16, but we're not going to talk about how long it's been, so.
I've played since 2019. No, 2020. Yeah. So 5 years.
No, it's so this is a trick question because all three of us have been on the officer lineup at one point or another. All three of us have had to run this damn tournament at one point or another.
Yeah.
So how is it being able to enjoy the tournament not as someone who's like running?
It's more enjoyable than being an officer because like you have a lot of stresses when you run a tournament. Now you kind of just wait and chill with your friends.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like when I was an officer, I was so worried about how all the like other things were going. I didn't have time to like warm up, like stretch my body or like anything beforehand. So I played really bad. But I feel like just not organizing anything and just being able to play, I feel like, I could like hang out with my friends, like she said.
And then if you want even less stress, you can just go around with a camera and ask people about their rackets and be annoying while they're trying to prepare for their matches. Hi there, future Eric here. Unfortunately, I lost the audio from this clip because my mic had a malfunction, but it was important to me that I included this clip in the video regardless, so I'm just going to voice over this part. So this is my friend Jaden, and first I will talk about his equipment. So he uses a NanoFlare 800 at 4U G5, strung with Aerobyte boosts, 24 or 25 pounds. Usually plays in the D bracket, and this Husky Open he was only playing men's doubles, and he's played a few times in the past as well. The reason I wanted to include him in this video is because he has a special genetic disability which makes him shorter than most adults of his age, and I just wanted to include him to show that individuals with disabilities can still enjoy and even be competitive in badminton. And also just, I really admire Jaden for setting a good example for others out there who may have their own disabilities. He says that he struggles in the backcourt with like angles, and he does have to run around more. However, he has a really sick drive game because drives tend to come around his head level or a little higher, and so it makes it really easy for him to engage in drive battles. So what events were you playing in the tournament this week?
I play total 3 events: men's single BCD, mixed double BCD, and men's double open.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is it tiring to play all 3 events?
They make the schedule very good. We have time to take a break after the normal event.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So what would you say your skill level is generally?
My level is just around C or B. Yeah, I'm not good enough because I don't play too much. Because I have school, I have job to work, that's why.
How did you feel about the conditions in the gym this weekend?
This one is C or D, right?
This C, yeah.
Oh, yeah. On C have a little bit bad because the line and have some wind. Sometimes I play, but when I'm waiting the bird come out, but they come like banana and come in back.
Well, yeah, welcome to your first time playing Husky Open. How did you hear about the tournament and why did you decide to come to play?
Actually, it's like on 2022. I've been here for watching. Yeah, I'm not really to play, but my friend said, "Oh, this is very big tournament. Many people come to play. Many good like high level." It's like, yeah, okay, I will be try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's fun so far for you?
Yeah, it's fun, very fun. A lot of player, we playing, we cheering, we make a lot of friends, a lot of connection, a lot of relationship, and yeah, it's very fun.
What racket do you primarily use in your tournament today?
Yeah, I have I use two rackets. One is Axeber 11 Pro, one is Astrox 77 Pro. Yeah. This is a 3U G4.
Okay. What string and what tension do you use?
I use the BC65 and 3134.
Okay, so you only played mixed for this tournament?
Yeah, that's right.
What would you consider your skill level to be?
Like, I'll be honest, I feel like I kind of have an unreasonably high ego, but at the same time, I like to think I can reality check myself. I would like to think that I'm a high B. Maybe I can hang with open people, but I'm obviously not at that level. Like, between B and open,
right?
I think, given my ego, being realistic, I'm probably just a high B.
Talk me through, how did you feel about the conditions out there this year?
Gym C is, of course, known to be a little suspicious at times.
Yeah.
Particularly some courts where it's a little windy. I actually thought it was surprisingly not super slippery.
Okay.
So that was a pleasant surprise. In the main gym, though, I thought it was actually quite nice. Like, maybe a little blinding at times, but I feel like every single gym has a few small issues.
If I remember correctly, you're probably pretty used to playing in school gyms, though, right?
Oh. Yeah, that's true. So I do have an advantage. Yeah, I played in high school all 4 years, and then college also all 4 years.
What college did you play for again?
UC Irvine.
Right. So yeah, let's talk about what racket are you using for this tournament?
I've been using the 88D. I'll be honest, I feel like it's probably not the best racket for me, but I have 4 of them, so I'm just using it.
Do you know if it's 4U or 3U?
I think 4U. 4U is the more popular one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so generally 4U.
Okay. Do you know what your string setup is?
I'll also be honest, I feel like I could play with any string.
Okay.
I don't really know what I'm looking for in a string, so I just ask for any string. But I did buy a reel of BG80.
Okay.
So I'm pretty pleased with that.
Okay.
And the tension I use is 28, I believe.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Okay, so you're one of those people who just kind of plays with whatever and just goes by feeling.
I try to not blame the equipment sometimes, but sometimes I still do blame the equipment.
Dude, it's okay. There's so many people here who blame their equipment, including me.
Wait, true.
Yeah. Have you played Husky Open before?
Yeah, so UC Irvine and Husky, or the UW badminton team, they're very tight. So I did come here probably twice or 3 times in college, and then since I graduated, twice. So this might be my 4th or 5th time playing Husky.
Okay, yeah, so kind of a veteran. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
What events were you playing this year in Husky Open?
Just B men's doubles.
How long have you been playing at Husky Open?
Okay, you just reminded me we met for about 10 years, so maybe I play at least 6 times.
Right. Yeah. How did you feel about the playing conditions and stuff?
Play condition. It's pretty much the same condition as I remember the first time I played at IMA. Although I have to say, Gym A is more preferable than Gym C.
Yeah.
That's B. I'm sorry. B is better than C.
Yeah, definitely for sure. What would you generally rate your skill level as at?
I feel like my level ranges anywhere between B plus. My peak maybe A minus.
Yeah, I remember you playing Open a few times,
Yes,
right? How would you describe your play style as?
I tend to set up a lot, so you see me move up a lot and set it up in the front for my partner. So every time, my game is I try to keep it down, and even when I lift, I also mentally prepare to either counter attack or set up the next one for my partner.
What are some tips you would have of remaining competitive and in shape for badminton?
I think maybe at any age, if you plan to be an athlete, you have to do conditioning, to support your legs, your ankles, or whatever. I try to do conditioning, lightweight lifting, so that I have muscle to support myself.
Okay, so let's talk about the racket you have. So what do we have here?
A very old racket. It's a Victor Thurster K7000S.
Okay, and do you know if it's 4U or 3U?
So should be 4U.
What string setup do you prefer?
26.
26. Which types of strings?
BG80.
Any advice for like players that want to compete and longevity?
Well, okay, number one, make sure you have fun. And number two, make sure you at least practice and training a little bit as opposed to just show up at the tournament on the day of and play, because it's really easy to get injuries if you do that.
Okay, yeah, really great advice. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope you'll be playing for many more years to come.
I hope so too. That's the plan.
All right, thanks so much. Okay, so first of all, what events were you playing this weekend at Husky Open?
I was playing BCD men's single, men's double, and mixed double.
What did you feel about the conditions out there in the gym?
If you've played here a lot before, you can probably have an advantage because the walls are white. But once you get used to it, once I played my first 2 matches, I started getting used to it. And then it's for those who haven't come here before, the walls are white, so it can be hard to see the birdie sometimes.
And then in the past, where have you gone to school in the U.S. or like?
So I actually did my master's in Denmark. So I did my master's at the Technical University of Denmark, and so there's this club there.
Is there any significant differences about the badminton culture in Denmark compared to here in the U.S.?
In Denmark, since there's no real private clubs, it's all kind of community, school-based. This is a school-based gym.
Yeah.
But even if you just want to play for fun, normally you go to a community center, and then that's how you play. There's not really too many. I don't know of any private gyms actually in Denmark.
Yeah.
Other than one group, but that's from the government. So probably it's the training center for the government.
Okay.
And yeah,
makes sense. The U.S. is a country that doesn't place a lot of doesn't have a lot of government support for sports that they don't care about.
Bailin song, in the year finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awful. And for example, I was also in Zurich recently, and as badminton, I don't get the impression that badminton is a super popular sport in Switzerland either, but there were still at least 5 gyms within the metropolitan city area. So I must imagine that the government has some sort of program or subsidy for
these events. Yeah.
And I imagine it must be true for Denmark as well, maybe.
Oh yeah. Government supports this way more. I think way more sporting centers for the communities, and so you just go and play, and it's very casual to just go and play with friends, so it kind of spreads the sport a lot more that way. Whereas here in the U.S., it's a lot of private clubs, and I guess if you're fortunate, you can go to a university that has badminton.
What level would you consider yourself to be generally?
Oh, I would say intermediate plus, something like that.
So C?
Yeah, I think that's good. That's a good description.
Okay, so let's talk about your rackets, the exciting part. What do we have here today?
Yeah, so I have the Leaning Blade X 900 Max Sun, and then the Leaning Blade X 900 New. So their names are really long, but their rackets are pretty good. I like them. Yeah.
Nice to see some Leaning representation. Yes. Are they 4U, 3U?
They're both 4U. The 900 New has been very good for single because it's kind of similar to 1000Z. It's got a very wide frame and it's quite thin. So it's very stable, very good control, and very good where you want to hit it. It normally goes there.
Yeah. Also strings. What strings are you using?
Both of these are X-Bolt 63 strung at 27 with 10% pre-stretch. So it's pretty tight, but I really like control in my game. So.
Okay, so can you explain what you're doing here today during the tournament?
Yeah, so today we are here because we provide a very nice, I would say, streaming service for all the players.
Mm-hmm. So can you talk a little bit about your background and your experience working as a stringer or
Okay, so I have been strong, I would say, for around 15 years already. I really enjoy to, provide very nice, I would say, high quality string. I love a string. Anyway, I would say that's a very, I would say, fun job for me. But for some people, they thought stringing kind of tough because it's not easy. They have a lot of detail. They need to take a look.
As we can see here, now you've kind of branched off and started doing your own thing. What kind of was that process like? Was it hard? What were some things that you needed to think about?
I would say if you're running your own business, you have looking for more detail. Everything you have to do a lot of stuff. There's no fixed schedule. So sometimes working overtime, it's pretty normal. But we are pretty enjoy it. Yeah, we try to like give it like what I say is like more. I would say help the badminton community, growing into like together. Yeah.
How did you get to end up volunteering to string for this tournament?
So I just like asking Husky Open, just like Husky Club, badminton club. Do you guys need like a stringing service, blah 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 kind of stuff? We can provide like a very nice, I would say, stringing service here, and there will be like a make it like a team or a tournament looks like a better. Yeah.
Let's talk about some fun questions now. What, in your estimate, do you know how many rackets you have strung this weekend?
This weekend, probably around 50.
What are some common rackets that people submit for stringing?
Most of people, of course, Yonex or Victor. These are like the two biggest brands in the world. So most of them is like Yonex Victor, 100ZZ, of course. It's so popular. Victor, I would say Aura Speed, Hypersonic Plus.
Really?
I strung a lot like today and yesterday as well.
Okay.
So I would say probably these two rackets will be the most common one.
So obviously those rackets you get more for stringing just because they are popular. Do you also think you get these rackets just because it's easier for people to break string on those rackets?
Yes, kind of, because I would say 100ZZ or Hypersonic, they are like kind of like a speed rackets. So even the 100ZZ is like a head-heavy version, extras, it's a head-heavy. Yeah. But since like a shaft is a little bit shorter, so it kind of like it can increase your swing speed. Like Hypersonic, same thing, it's like a speed frame. So, and also right now, the winter time, the weather like pretty dry and cold. If you miss hit, they pop right away. And also player, they will usually go for like a little bit higher tension. And also when the string drop just on and you go play, you will feel that the pressure is like pretty high. So which means the increase misleading happen. Yeah.
Did you get any particularly interesting or unusual racket that you kind of remember?
I would say there's one model. It's like a very old generation racket. It's like an egg shape. Yeah, it's egg shape, so the rackets will be a little bit shorter. And also the grommets, I would say the quality is really, really bad. That was really bad. So I have to change the grommets, like take some grommet out, so spend more time on that racket.
So let's talk about the strings then. What were some popular strings that people requested for you to string during this tournament?
Which one you guys is the most common?
Popular.
I would say popular.
Popular? I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess my naive answer would be VG65.
Not really.
Okay, 80?
80 and Ultimax.
Yeah, Ultimax. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's the personal favorite string. Yeah.
Yeah. So these two strings, of course, is popular. Even in the, I would say, professional tournament, BG80, 66 Ultimax, or sometimes Aerobite, they are so popular.
What kind of tension ranges do you get for the rackets requests to stringing?
Yeah. So most of the common, I would say, tension on this weekend, I would say around 27 to 30 pounds will be the most common one. But some people do like a 25, 26, like pretty normal as well. But same thing, tension is like your preference. Doesn't mean your level's higher or lower. It's just like your preference. Yeah.
What is the experience like stringing at a tournament, and how is it different than like working at a shop, like during normal workday?
I would say as a player, even today, is like a player, they want to string the rackets on the tournament. They want to like faster to get the rackets and make sure I would say, the stringing quality is equal. But of course, at the store, some people will look at more like I would say details. It's like can I like change grommets, because I have more time to do more like a detail on the rackets, prepare. But on a tournament, everything's like you have to do the faster, and keep it the same quality. So I would say a little bit different, but both are very, I would say, fun experiences.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. With your experience level, in general, on average, how fast are you at stringing a single racket? Just average.
Average, I would say an hour. I can probably do like 3 rackets, pretty smooth. It's not feel tired.
Yeah.
I can do like I would say 10 hour, 3 rackets is okay for me. Yeah. But sometimes if I'm final, right? If a player they break a string, I have to finish in 15 minutes. I can do it, but it's kind of rarely happens. Yeah.
What can people do to evaluate the stringing job quality of the racket when they get it back?
Okay, sometimes when you, I would say, grab rackets from the shop, and when you're playing on the courts, the string break immediately. Yeah. Sometimes we call like a mishitting.
Yeah. Doesn't
mean like all the stringers fall, but sometimes because of weather, because of the string, because of the tension, so many factors. And even today you want to see the string job is good or bad, you can check your rackets at any cross on the racket side.
Yeah.
So sometimes like a share hole, right?
Yeah.
If they make a cross or sometimes the string trees, they will, tension will lose a little bit faster.
I see.
So you can see if the racket's back, every string is straight. No trees, no cross. I would say that's a pretty good one. And also the knot. If the stringer they take a knot, like usually sometimes like a 1 string 2 knots, sometimes like a 2 string 4 knots. If every single knot looks exactly the same, I would say that will be the pretty high quality string job. Again, I can tell you something like a lot of people thought good string job they can increase your like smashing speed. You can defend better or like a nicer control, something like that. Yeah, of course. There's some factors there.
Sure.
But the main point is the good stringer, they protect your rackets and protect your frame. Rackets, string job, they make the string has like a high performance. That's the main point. Doesn't mean like we give you like the rackets. Oh, you smash it like faster, way faster, like 305, kind of crazy speed. No, doesn't mean like doesn't go that way. It's we protect your frame. We make your rackets life a little bit longer. That's a point.
So basically, it's about bringing the best out of your equipment.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What is your store called, and where can we find you?
Our company, my store called Love or Play, just like a just stunning game. So we do, I would say, tennis, stringing, badminton, like all kind of racket stringing. So right now we are located at Redmond. So if you guys want to like a string rackets or kind of, you can just message us. Just PM me, or we can schedule a string time for you.
Okay, great. And I'll try to put all this information like in the video here. So thanks so much for your time. I know you're really passionate about it. You've strung my rackets for many years at this point, probably several of my rackets. I'm really excited to see like what you can bring. I'll drop by soon because I got a lot of rackets for you.
No problem. Cool. We are waiting for you. Yeah.
All right. Best of luck in your business, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right. Thanks so much. So what events did you play this tournament?
I just played mixed and men's doubles. I didn't go for the singles this time because I wanted to focus in those brackets.
Now, forgive me if my memory is incorrect, but it seems like you've played Husky a few times before.
Yes.
Like, how many times do you think you've played by this point?
Ooh, maybe 5 or 6 times. I actually played with my original coach and partner back in 2018, and we won the men's doubles A. So I've watched this tournament grow. It's become much higher level now. So it's very fun.
Yeah, it's awesome that you were with us for so long. I don't know, you probably don't remember that well, but 2018 was actually when I was president.
There you go. Yeah, that was a good. It's always been really well run. I've enjoyed this tournament for the whole span of it. And it gets better and better every year.
What would you say that your skill level is?
I play an A now. I train very consistently all throughout the year, but I'm getting older. I'm 31, so I don't have the recovery that these juniors have. So I try to keep myself at an A level as best I can. Still, the very top seeds, I can't play them yet.
I think it's really impressive though that you're able to compete at this level, like at that age.
Badminton is such a complex game that once you see it in a sense of moving people around and looking at what they're capable of, you can outplay people who are faster and stronger. Because if you just use strength, it doesn't give you the advantage that playing tactically does.
I guess kind of along those lines, like as we're getting older, what are some like kind of general tips or like things that you would tell people to, stay in the sport, keep enjoying it, prevent injury, stuff like that?
For beginners, I would say only play to have fun at the very beginning and build all average skills. There's no point in trying to play as hard as possible and punish the losing and all that stuff. You just go for it. At a higher level, it's definitely getting out there and getting exposure to tournaments. So in Oregon, we have trouble getting out to tournaments, and so our kids think they're awesome or whatever, and then they go to a tournament, and then they get surprised by how many good players there are. They come back and they either get demotivated or maybe they get a little motivated, but you have to keep trying over and over and over again. So one of my favorite things about sports is you get to see all the emotional highs, all the emotional lows, and you get to see what people look like when they're really expressing themselves, that when they've put all their emotions out on the court. So once you get used to failing publicly, failing miserably, and you do it over and over again, then you just get better and more humble and more practiced. So that's my advice, is just keep getting out there. Try again.
What did you feel about the conditions out there this weekend?
Conditions are fine. It's tough in badminton when there's a white background and a white wall.
Right.
And then the courts themselves, they're soft because they're wood. They're not too slippery, anything like that. So conditions are fine. They're okay.
Okay. And did you have to make any like tactical adjustments because of the conditions or whatever?
Yes, I really like to be an aggressive mid-court player, and so if I'm at the net, I like to press really hard. But in this gym, if you can't see very well, you press and you get ready, sometimes you lose track of the bird. And so it's better to play control. It's better to just touch and bring it back in and allow the mid-court game to play itself out rather than rushing it down. I like to rush.
Yeah, you get that rush from rushing.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You know, you just attack as much as you can. Doubles is very aggressive. In mixed, it's more control. It's more touch, moving the front player around. Singles, obviously, it's more finesse. You can play from below the net much more.
Okay, so let's talk about your equipment then. Do you want to show us your racket?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it?
This is a NanoFlare 1000Z, and it's a 3U G5.
Okay, excellent. And can you talk me through your string setup?
I've switched to BG80 power at 30 pounds. It's like 29.31. I really enjoy that. I used to break 30 pounds very fast. I would break them instantly. So you have to really not rush your shots. If you hit anywhere off sweet spot, you will just break a string instantly. So for training, it's actually better probably to do a little less tension and maybe BG65, because you can get months out of those. Otherwise, it's too expensive. But for tournaments, there's nothing better than a really tight string bed, and I like BG80 power.
Yeah, thanks so much for your time. Anything else that you want to talk about? Any shout-outs? Any plans after this?
Well, just to all the Oregon players that came out, because these guys are, go Oregon! Come on out! I just want to see more Oregon players out there, and it's great to see that Husky's pulling in, Canada, California, all the way from the West Coast, East Coast, so it's nice. It's growing. The sport's growing.
Husky Open isn't perfect. At the end of the day, it's a tournament run by students. Despite this, Husky Badminton Club has persisted in holding Husky Open every year to the best of their ability. By now, the Husky Open is a mainstay part of Seattle badminton culture. One thing's for sure though, although I've contributed my share to the history of the tournament, Husky Open would never have been possible without the people who just come and play badminton, like the ones you see in this very video. If you want to make yourself a part of Husky Open history, all you have to do is sign up, show up, and play some badminton. Yes. Because I said I had so much. I said I had so much footage to go over, and then he pointed at his feet, and he's like, footage.
Aww.
So I'm interviewing his feet. See. How are you doing today? Oh, I see. Okay, very nice.